guys, good morning. How are you doing? I trust you're doing fine. Yes, good. Uh, in my previous videos, I showed you how to, not videos actually, my latest video I made concerning the how to narrow down the short, how to narrow down how to test whether there's a short in the motherboard. So today I want to show you how to test a short in a single component of a motherboard, especially how to test whether there is a short in the capacitors, MOSFETs, alright. You have resistors, the fuses, things like that. So we go direct to the business. Make sure your meter is on, mine is off. And again, previously I showed you, I told you when you're trying to test for a short, ensure that your meter is against the resistance mode or the ping mode. There, you can see this is the resistance mode or pepping mode of a meter. So then once you've done that, you confirm the baseline of the resistance, which is 0.00. So meters might show you 0.001, 02, 03. So once you've known 0.03 is the baseline, so whichever the component, once you touch against it and you find there is a readings which is almost the same as the baseline you've discovered, it means that component is short. And again guys, looking for a short, it's not always about measuring that component to the ground, or so there's several ways to test whether there's a short. For example, how to measure for a short in the capacitor is different from how to look for a short in the resistors or the fuse, right? So you need to differentiate that. Measuring the short in the capacitor is very different from measuring a short in the IC or resistors, fuse, right? So the first thing we need to know, let's start with the capacitors. When you're measuring a short in the capacitor, you measure the capacitor against it, against the capacitor to capacitor. So meaning what? You have to test whether you have continuity. It's called continuity actually. Even this is where there is a pointer, this is a continuity mode, peeping mode, diode mode, continuity mode. So we need to check whether the capacitor is continuous or not. To do that, for example, these are the ceramic capacitors. So you place your probe to the other side of the capacitor and then the other side of the capacitor. You can see no peeping, meaning there is no short. There is no short, and you can see the resistance 0.345 ohms. So it means there's no short there. Right? Yes. What of, so these are ceramic capacitors. What of a tantalum capacitor? How do you test whether there's a short in the tantalum capacitor? So this is also a capacitor. Same way. Same way. The resistance is the same, and still no peeping, meaning there is no short, right? Then we have something else called the resistor. So this is the resistor. I don't know whether you can see it. This is the resistor. So the resistor against the resistor, there is a peeping, but still there's some readings. Like before, we said we have some resistance from the CPU. Still, that's not a short. For the resistors, that's not a short, right? Because that component is connected. One side is connected to the other side, right? Yes. Then you have another resistor here. Still, it's peeping. So meaning that's okay. That's good. Then other than the resistors, we have other components. We have other components like what? Like the fuse. We have other components like the fuse. Like this one. I have a fuse here. I have a fuse there. So this fuse against each other, it's pipping. It is by the fact that you can see it 0.001 and our short was 0.000. Still here there is no short. And again, what you need to understand about the fuse is just a wire connecting this side to the other side. So we have several fuses here. We have another one here. This one have higher resistance than the other one. So for this one still there is no short, right? And again, when you're looking for the short, once you understood this, okay, let's go back a little bit with the resistors. Among the resistors, we have big resistors which beeps against each other. Then you have very tiny resistors, very tiny ones. I don't know whether you can see with my camera. I think my camera is still, you can't forgive me for that. We have very little resistors like this one. You can hear this one. It can never be because they're very tiny actually. They're very tiny. They're very tiny. So you can't hear the pip. There's no pipping. There's no sign of short. So that's the difference between. So these big resistors can pip against each other. You can hear. There's no short there because we said the resistors. This side is connected to the other side, like fuses. So it should behave that way. The only components which do not pip against each other is the MOSFETs and the what? And the capacitors. Again, let's check this for MOSFETs. For MOSFETs, yes, I have MOSFETs here. So in my previous video, I showed you how the MOSFETs are. We have the drain, you have the source, and then you have the gate. When you testing for a short in the MOSFET, you have to make sure that the drain is not connected to the source, and the source is not connected to the gate, and the gate is not connected to the drain, right? I believe last time I actually I explained very well, and even today I'll explain very well. There's no way I can't explain very well. So this is the MOSFET. In the MOSFET we have a dot. You have a dot here at this side of the MOSFET. I'll just explain to you. I just tell you we have a dot here. So meaning at far end of that dot is what's called the gate. So meaning the gate should not be connected to the source, and the source is the first three pins here. So those are that's the source. Then you have again the source should not be connected to the drain, and the drain, this entire pins here, all of them are connected together. And again, this drain is no way connected to the gate. So you can hear, guys, there's no pipping there, no pipping. You can see the resistance 1.253. Same case applied here. You have the gate and the source, still no pipping, right? Yes. Okay, maybe you can't see very well with this one. Let's use a different motherboard. Let's use a different motherboard. For example, this one. We can use this one. Let's look for a very exposed MOSFET. There's this one. There's this one. So this one is exposed. We can see it. Yeah. So this is our dot. This is our dot. So this is the dot. So meaning from here 1 2 3, that entire is the source, then the last one is the gate, then the entire this one is the drain. So we put our probe drain against the source. There is no resistance and no peeping, so there is no short. Then we put our drain against our gate, still nothing, there is no short. Then the last part is we put our probe against the gate and the source, still nothing, right? Yes, I don't know. Okay, sorry my guys. This one, you have the source and the gate, this one, this one. Yes, that is it. So guys, that's how to measure for the shorts among the individual components in a laptop. All right. Yes, thank you so much. And up to there, I believe I have shared the very brief component. We have another thing. We said we also have inductors. Inductor, we said it's inductor is the coil itself. So we have components. There's a coil which is this one. So inside this thing, there's a very rolled wire. There's a rolled wire inside it connected. This side is connected to the other side. So that's why it's an inductor. Other than that, we have inductors also in this format, like this one, very heavy black thing, or sometimes gray. This one, sorry, I'll have to apologize. You'll bear with me. Sometimes I forget I am recording, and I find myself not showing you exactly what I understand. So, and that's these are coil. These are coil. So you can see here. So the coil again pip against each other like the fuse. Then we have other components like diodes. Then we have a diode like this one. Diode again still should not pip against each other. You can hear. There's a diode. If it pips, it means there is a short. That diode is shorted to ground. So if it is not pipping, we are safe. There is no short. Right? Yes. Thank you guys. Thank you so much for watching this and being patient with me. Yes, I promise you very soon I'll get a very good camera. I'll be I'll be sharing very visible content, and I apologize for that. For now, you just have to bear with me. Yes, thank you so much, and please subscribe to this channel, and like, give me a comment. Whatever you feel like I should correct, give me a comment. I really appreciate that, and share this contents with your friends, and tell them to subscribe for me on my behalf. So thank you guys, and have a very beautiful day. See you in the next video.